What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony with evolutiontraders.com. So I'm going to do a quick little technical analysis breakdown on Amazon. This is going to be majority for day traders. Right now, I don't understand why anybody would be swing trading stocks. The Nasdaq 100, if you do not know, the Triple Q's ETF is the top 100 mega cap tech stocks, and they are trading below the 200-day moving average. So if the index where the stock that you are trading is attached to is below the 200-day moving average, and which means that we are below macro supply, macro demand, why would we be swinging stocks? Why would we be trying to call the bottom? Why would we be FOMOing in saying, stocks are cheap, that, stocks are going to go higher, they have to go higher? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. That's not for us to sit and speculate. What we need to do as traders and investors is find the best areas of opportunity to make money. At the end of the day, it's not about being right or it's not about being wrong. What this is about making money. So right now, if you're a swing trader or a long-term investor, this video is not for you. You can go ahead and click off of this video right now. If you are interested in making money on a day-to-day basis with day trading or scalping, predominantly options, because I am a full-time options trader, so I'm going to be speaking more towards trades that we can be taking from the options point of view. But with that being said, Amazon finally broke down through this little channel that we had here. So if we can see, we were forming this little channel here, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, where we kind of had this triple bottom back test, a little bit of a channel here, a little bit of a mini range, and we finally got that breakdown on Friday. So with that, we did come down here and tag the daily 20 period moving average, which is a 20 SMA. If you are not familiar with what the moving averages are and which ones are significant and which ones are not, then I would definitely go to my website, evolutiontraders.com, become a lifetime member, go through my course so you can learn a little bit. Because if you don't know if you don't understand what supply and demand is, you don't understand what macro levels are, you really have no business trading stocks, because you're kind of just guessing, hey, the stock's red today, so let me short it. And then when you do that, the stock bounces and you're kind of like, well, hey, everything's green today, so let me buy stock. And then 2 days later, everything is down 200 points. So, if you keep getting yourself caught in that cycle, you really need to take a little bit more time to understand what you're doing, and you need to understand price action and human emotions a little bit better, starting with yourself and your own human emotions. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how well you can read the chart when it comes to trading, but what it is about is how well do you manage your emotions when you're inside of a trade, and how well do you let your own bias kind of dictate what you're doing. So if we're just kind of looking at Amazon, what I have is this 3013 level short to the downside. This is going to be confirming the 20-day moving average, and it would also be a loss of that 20-day moving average. It would also start to take out all of this price action here, going all the way back to the date of the 4th of February. So if Amazon does lose this, we have a lot of room to the downside, and we have a nice gap to fill, which is going to set up and present a fantastic short opportunity. So from $3,000 all the way down to 2882 is the measured potential. Now, I'm not saying that if we lose 3013 that we're going to 2882. Of course not. But is there going to be 50 points, 40 points, 20 points, 100 points that we can catch? Can we make money if we take a short position? If this confirms, of course, 100%. We can just take a look at Amazon, and we are below the 200-day moving average. So this line here, this orange line on my screen, is a 200-day moving average. This is the macro granddaddy of them all. There should be no reason why we're buying stocks long below the 200-day moving average. In order for us to want to get into swing season and start holding some of these stocks long, we're going to need to clear out some supply. Stocks are going to need to prove to us, hey, you know what? Market is strong. We are turning around. We're not going to, be fearful of inflation and interest rates and Russia-Ukraine news and everything else under the sun. We're going to need to, start confirming some of these supplies. And until we start confirming some of these supplies, we're just going to have to take the market for what it is. And we're going to have to day trade this market. We're going to have to use a little bit smaller position sizing when we are day trading. And we're going to have to kind of, let the stocks wiggle around a little bit more, just due to the volatility in the market up and down intraday. You know, a lot of people are getting stopped out, keeping their old stop losses. You're going to have to give these stocks a little bit more room to work. And how you can compensate that by not taking on so much risk is sizing down. So being that I'm an options player, if typically I'm going to play 3 to 5 contracts on Amazon, maybe I'm only going to play 2 to 3. If I normally play 3 contracts, maybe I'm only going to play 1 or 2. If I normally play 1 contract, then maybe, you know what, I don't take that trade, that, you know, there's not that much measured potential, and I kind of wait for the bigger play to set up so I can, you know, try to bite off a little bit more of that piece of pie than normal. Okay. So to the long side, could we completely bounce off this 3013 level? I think so. You know, first price target, if we do get a bounce, would be somewhere around this 3100 area. So if we do come back into the 3100 area and we get rejected, I would make sure that you clean up that long position and lock in those profits. Now, this is where a lot of newer traders are getting trapped. You guys are seeing the bounce and you're getting long. And instead of taking profits, you guys are holding and you're holding and then you're holding. And then we get to here and you're like, what happened? What happened? What happened is you got rejected at a level of supply. Okay. So if you do not know these levels, you're going to lose money, and you're going to lose money more than you're not. Meanwhile, someone who is keeping these levels on watch, maybe they did not take this bounce here, and maybe they were waiting for the macro flush, and then they get short in this area and they make 200 points on this move. Meanwhile, you're losing 200 points. Someone else is making 200 points just because of the fact that they know the macro levels and they know the areas of support and resistance. So unless you know those areas of support and resistance, and unless you are day trading, you really can't just start putting on long positions because we bounce one day thinking that the market is just going to come higher. I think a lot of people are still stuck in 2020, or, you know, stuck in a different time zone where, you know, they think that they can just buy stocks at any particular level and that it's magically going to come back, that magically we're going back to all-time highs, that magically we're just going to make a new low. It doesn't work that way, guys. You're going to need to take profits a lot sooner, and you're going to need to scale down your position sizing until the market starts sorting itself out. It's really not a time where it's kind of like just, you know, leave a bunch of risk on the table and let the stocks do its thing. It's not that kind of market environment. So if you can't kind of manage your trade on a day-to-day basis, you probably shouldn't be trading this market environment, and you probably shouldn't just be putting on long positions right now thinking that you're going to catch the bottom. Maybe it's the bottom, maybe it's not. I do not know that, as well as the next analyst does not know that as well. But if you guys are interested in learning how to trade, maybe you guys do not have a strategy, maybe you guys are kind of fumbling around between, you know, what indicator is the best, you know, what indicator should you be using, you know, what is supply and demand, definitely check out my website at evolutiontraders.com, become a lifetime member, get access to that course, get access to that Discord. If you guys maybe do know a little bit more, maybe you guys have been trading for a few years, and you guys want to trade with me live, where I'm kind of going over these levels. Hey, you know what, potential short position here on Amzn 3013. This is I'm entering into this play, and I got a price target of, you know, let's say 2900 or something like that, right? If you guys are looking for that, and you guys want to kind of trade the same stocks that I'm trading, definitely join my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. I'll help you guys out. I'm very active in the markets. Do this full time, and I'm on Discord at least the first 3 to 4 hours of the market open. Normally I like to catch my bread and butter that first 1 to 2.5 hours of the market open, and then I'm kind of just, you know, hanging out doing research for the following day. With that being said and done, guys, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up on this video, leave me a comment, also subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you guys all in the next trading video.